or forgive and release a situation as far as healing. Okay. That was for somebody in particular in the chat, in the room, because I had to channel that. I usually don't just channel with my cards in my hand. And for that had to be for somebody particular. So whatever you're healing or you're trying to understand, question yourself about the challenges or what you're learning from the situation. Interesting. All right, Spirit. Let's go ahead and get into their love life with this collective in here. That was for somebody in particular. Hit the target on the nail. I was just channeling right now. Straight channel. Didn't even use my cards. I was just channeling. But let's go ahead and get into the collective. All right, so we got y'all healing y'all's heart. We do got paradise at the bottom, and we got the dragonfly. I really love that. Happiness, expansion, and joy. Lightning. All right, what's healing the heart about, Spirit, for the collective? Some of y'all are healing y'all's heart from certain habits that you've conjured up yourself. It's like certain habits, that's all I can say. But paradise is here. So I feel like after a period of healing y'all's heart, y'all have paradise coming in. What's going on with the collective, Spirit? The ones liking, tapping, sharing, and gifting. We have lightning, sudden changes. So you guys are going through a very quick process. For some of you guys, you're recovering really quickly from a relationship, from a toxic relationship. Yeah, we have soulmates. So y'all are either in this period of having a sudden change when it comes to your love life, whether you have a soulmate coming in and you were just healing, or whether you are releasing someone who you thought was your soulmate and there's a sudden change or a shift happening there in some type of way, shape, or form. It also could have been a twin flame. For some of you guys, a karmic twin. All right, what's the lightning about? What's the sudden change when it comes to the collective's love life? Like something's about to change really quickly because you guys have healed your heart. For the ones that I'm really talking to right now, and I really feel like I'm talking to everybody in the chat, because I feel like you guys are still, some of you guys are still in the process of releasing karmic energy, karmic ties, karmic habits, and generational curses that could be falling upon you at this time, right? But as you are still healing and releasing those things, you have still pushed past some type of healing in your personal heart that's causing a sudden change in your love life that is bringing in a soulmate. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm talking to everybody. There's certain, maybe two of you guys has hit a point in your healing journey where you're really not dealing with much of this energy over here. And it's really just about pushing through certain mindsets, limitations, things like that. But some of you guys, most of you guys in the chat, majority of you guys are in that energy of like, okay, I am releasing this, at this time. I am releasing this situation, this toxic friend, this toxic relationship, whatever the fuck this is. But as you are still doing that and you are setting up boundaries, you have another sudden shift or a change that's about to happen in your love life, whether this is bringing in a soulmate or whether this is changing up an opportunity that's about to be brought in for you that you don't see. Can I get one more card for the collective, Spirit? What's this sudden change? Ascending. I just heard going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut and she Tuesday. Let me stop playing with y'all. Not the club going up on a Tuesday. Yo, and it's Wednesday. All right. So we got ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Yo, this card literally says preparing for union. Preparing for union. Preparing for union. So, yeah. Preparing for union. I told y'all, I'm talking to all y'all in this chat right now. And there's no particular person that I'm not speaking to. And the only reason I know that is because of how I started off this live. I didn't start it off in that lustful attraction and that fast pace, trying to get somebody's attention. No, the ones that's vibing with me on the most authentic level because of how I prepared the live. You know what I mean? So I know I'm talking to every single one of you guys that's joining my live at this time that has been taking the time to heal, and you're releasing certain things in your life that are very hard. And at this time, as you are releasing these karmic patterns, these karmic traits, these friends, these relationships, you also have a change and a shift that's happening in your love life that's going to ascend in the best way possible. And for most of you guys, what I really feel like is this is the soulmate. I kept saying that before even soulmates came out. And preparing for union is under this ascending deck. So The work you've done, I just want to say congratulations, number one. Been seeing engagement rings on my For You page all week. Somebody could get married real soon. I know I'm talking to everybody in this chat though. Everybody in this chat has that authentic level of themselves at this point in time. And y'all have been working on a lot so that way you can ascend and move past what you have been through. That's what this message is all about, is you ascending past what you have been through. Not about nothing else but that. Hi, Nia babes. It's about you ascending past what you have been through in your heart. You also may not be in that fast-paced energy when it comes down to self. You may not be trying to hop onto the next person after you lose a person, but you used to do back in the day, or 6 months ago, 3 months ago, you used to hop from person to person. You've learned from specific things, collective. You've learned a lot about your journey. You're not... The pace that you move at the universe's pace. I feel like sometimes that can get frustrating for you, collective, because you don't always want to move at whatever pace the collective is. The universe is trying to move you at. For some of you, you're trying to go a little bit quicker to prepare for this union. For some of you guys, it's because you know that you're about to prepare for union, or you're about to ascend to the most greatest height of your life. You want it to come quick because you could feel that shit. You're like, look, I know I've been doing this work, like, universe, I know it's coming. Can it come a little bit quicker? But spirit is putting you in a place in a bind, as well as for everybody who did you wrong, who did stab you in the back, those karmics and those friends, the family members, the relationships that you were in. The only reason why spirit has you waiting on that justice a little bit more for yourself is because that karma has to hit a little bit harder for them. Spirit is trying to get them right in the nick of time. I got you full reading, Nia. Spirit is trying to get them right in the placement of fucking their ass up. That's crazy, because investigation. That's very interesting. It's an investigation that goes on in regards to y'all's justice. It's kind of odd. I don't know why investigation is here. I was doing an investigation for a client, so that's interesting as well. Some of you guys could be investigating something right now, or maybe, you know, you need a reading to investigate or get insight. I don't know, but the investigation is very... it pertains to this collective, but I feel like there's an investigation going on as far as the universe tallying up everything that somebody has done to you. Like going back to the day that you were born, from the moment that you met that person. It's an investigation. So for some of you guys that want that manifestation, that ascension to come in, that union to come in quicker than what you were expecting it, spirit investigating on a backlog, trying to get every little P and Q, every little insight, every little conversation that somebody talked about you behind your back, every little, you know what I mean? All of that shit, every little thought that they had about you. And sometimes a lot of people can have a lot of karmic debt when it comes to you, when it comes to their thoughts, when it comes to if they're doing black magic, if they're doing dumb shit, if they're doing rituals, if they're fucking around and sending projections your way. And it's not happening just one day out the week. You know what I mean? So spirit is having to catch up. It's literally like a backlog. What I'm seeing is a backlog of people that have fuck with you, collective, that you have healed from, collective. And this was a sudden change that people didn't expect from you, collective, for the ones that are in the chat. So this backlog of the people that were stabbing you in the back, the only reason why you feel this energy coming in, this ascension, this union coming in, is because it is coming in for you. And as you are waiting for that karmic justice to hit on your end, spirit is just tallying up what everybody has done to you. If I'm being honest, that's what spirit is doing. They're tallying up what everybody has done to you. That deck did fall on the ground. I did want to use that one, but I want to pull some tarot really quickly before I get into my readings. But this is a really good collective reading. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this reading. Very guided reading. But yeah, it's spirit tallying shit up. Some of you guys like, damn, I know this shit's coming. Like, I'm ready for my union. I'm ready to be ascending with my soulmate. I'm ready to stop going through the same cycles that I've been through in the past. And spirit's just like, you got one little minute second, like one little second before you hitting that prepare for union, you know, preparing for a union. Literally, you got 1 second, you got one little stance. We're still, it's like they're doing some back work. They're doing a backlog of work or something like this. Let's see, the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's pull from this one really quickly and see what spirit has to say. Spirit guides, archangels, ancestors. Honestly speaking, I don't want to use this deck because this just tells me that there's a lot of people who have hidden masks, or they're bored, so they do dumb stuff. The Deviant Moon Tarot, it give me that vibe of just like somebody's just not making the right judgment, you know, when it comes to you, collective. And I think that they're supposed to make the wrong judgment. If I'm being honest, you're a blessing in disguise. Whatever judgment that they're making upon you, they're meant to make that judgment because it's a test for them. Somebody made the wrong judgment in regards to you, but it was a test for them. And now they're going back on their word, or they're trying to go back on what they thought about you or how they felt about you at some point in time. And it's not working no more. A lot of you guys are in this stance or in this energy of really feeling peaceful, really feeling fulfilled, really feeling your most authentic, your most honest self. And for somebody to try to go back on their word of who they thought you was going to be and why they acted the way they did or whatever the fuck happened in between the scenario of time, it just can't happen that way. Whatever judgment call they made a false judgment upon who you were and what you could find out about them as well. And you're very intuitive. Even if you don't have cards, you're very intuitive and you can feel energy. You feel when some shit is off about somebody. It's almost like the energy of, like, you could be that friend or that person that other friends will bring you around that friend and you'll be like, no, that's not your friend. Like, I'm your friend, but that's not your friend. And it's not coming from a place of like ego or a place of like, I'm a better friend. It's coming from that feeling, that intuitive feeling that you get being around certain people. You may even meet certain family members that you haven't met your entire life. And when you meet them, it's just like that energy of like, no. Like, you cannot be trusted. And that's what it is. A lot of people take that shit personal, collective. They take that shit so fucking personal because in their energy, it's very odd. Them operating out of that energy, their most authentic self is a mask that's being shown. You operating out of your most authentic energy is not a mask that's being shown, but they portray that energy so that way they can stay in your field, right? While they're using this tactic and they believe that this is their most authentic self, knowing deep down that they're not that type of person and you can't fucking trust them with a grain of salt. You can't trust their ass, but you don't know why you can't trust them. But it's because they're siphoning off the energy and trying to live up to the same means that you're living up to, and it's not their life to live that way. Ashe. That was straight channel. So, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. A lot of you guys are about to receive a really great opportunity for yourself with the Ace of Pentacles here and the Emperor. Oh shit. With Temperance right behind it. And see, a lot of people are meant to be blinded by your light or by what you're able to obtain or what you're determined to do. A lot of people, the ones that put you down on the forefront or made it seem like you wouldn't be able to get to where you needed to go, collective, they're meant to be able to see you in this light. But like I said, your light sometimes is purposely not seen by people because it's a test. And they fail that test every fucking time. But y'all about to have an opportunity of an Emperor. Something that's very protected that's coming in for you. Someone who knows how to lead. And then we got the Hermit here. I don't know why I feel like somebody's silently seeing something in regards to you, but they're like feeling some type of way because they don't have no access to you, collective. They have no access to you. So someone is, look, the Devil's at the bottom. They want to be attached to you so fucking bad. So bad, collective, and you're just not going for it. There's 3 spots. I'm sorry, guys. Let me put 3. Somebody did book in for a 4 reading. Okay, now let's see what's really going on here, collective, with some tarot. Now, we got Healing, Heart, Ascension, and Lightning, right? So you guys have been transforming from so much shit that people don't even expect from you to transform. But I just keep getting that taking it personal energy. Like, somebody here is taking it personal, the fact that they cannot be trusted, or that you found out something within their energy and they haven't did nothing in the physical. So it kind of seems to them, because they haven't shown something in the physical, that you shouldn't have a specific validation or perception of them. Like, what? Like, bitch, energy does not lie. So somebody here is trying to hide behind energy. And that's exactly why I said with this Deviant Moon, I didn't even really pull from it, because I know it's somebody hiding behind a mask. So someone's mad at the fact that you know that they hiding behind a mask and they don't even know what the fuck they hiding behind. But you know, because you got that feeling, even if there's no physical proof or no physical evidence. Like I said, you are that one collective that if your friend was to introduce you to their friends, you will get that feeling of that one motherfucker in that group that just is not right, that cannot be trusted. And you are right all the time about the ones that cannot be trusted. Even if you don't got that physical fucking proof, you be like, nah, some shit's off about her. Nah, some shit's off. Like, I don't know what it is, but some shit's off. And then in the end, you always figure out, the Magician in reverse, that some shit was fucking off about these people. And people are starting to believe you, collective. They're starting now to trust in you. But the only issue is that they should have trusted you before they did that fuck shit. before they stabbed you in your back, and before you even heal from it. You know what I mean? Now that you've healed from it, you're no longer going for this energy. So it's like they should have thought about that. They really should have. Look, Seven of Swords with the Magician reversed. They really think they're getting away with something, and it always comes out. It always comes out. The Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups. These are all at the top, and the Emperor is coming out once again. This tells me that y'all definitely have some sort of opportunity that's about to kickstart for y'all. I'm not going to take them all because they didn't all come out, but we did just see the Emperor even in the Deviant Moon deck. So with this Emperor, this Knight of Pentacles, and this Ace of Wands, somebody's ready to take that first step with you, collective. Even if it may have seemed like they're trying to pull back or slow down, they're ready to take that first step. The Ace of Cups. They now have some sort of like, or in general, I'm not talking about this person that hurt you. We're not talking about this over here. We know that y'all are ascending from that, and y'all are ready. Y'all are preparing for a union is what's going on. Preparing for union. Okay. So whoever this is that is ready to take this first step with you, this Page of Wands is that first step. The Ace of Wands is the next step, right? But they're really ready because the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands are right next to each other, which means this person is going to be all in. Not only that, the Ace of Cups is here. Whoever this is that's coming in for you is going to be able to take them the most desired actions, the most authentic, the most loving actions, the most prepared actions, because this is an Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's slowly but surely on the outskirts. It may not seem like they have it together, but they have it the fuck together, whether you know it or not. And whoever this is, they may even come in on an energy of like not trying to be too giving with this Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor because they know how they can be. Okay, this Emperor is somebody who can be overly too giving. So with the Knight of Pentacles being here, I feel like this person has really built themselves up upon something with this Knight of Pentacles. And not only that, they're in this energy of like wanting to show you and see who you are. They're wanting to show you who they are as far as how they show up for you, what they give to you, what they bring in, but as well as they want to take their time to get to know you is what I just heard and what I just felt. They're not in a fast energy. And you see what I mean? Do y'all see what I mean? When I started this live, the Magician just came back out upright. This man's manifesting y'all or something. Somebody manifesting y'all or somebody see y'all, the potential with y'all, and they want to be with y'all. They're like, nah, fuck that. I'm taking them next steps. But that fast-paced energy. What did I tell y'all at the beginning of my message? For the ones that was really in here. The 12 people that sat in here with me, if the 12 people are still in here, what did I tell y'all when I first started my message? I wasn't in that fast-paced energy. The energy is now connected so heavy that the Emperor that's coming in for you is in this Knight of Pentacles. They're not in a fast-paced energy. They don't want to pursue anything fast. They want to pursue you and they're ready to take them steps. That's exactly what they're going to show you. The Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So it's spanned out so directed that whoever this is going to take their time with you. You may be frustrated with the timeline of things, but Spirit is like, the timing of it is the timing of it. And that's the exact timing of it. You are preparing for union at this time. But let's see what else is going on tarot-wise with you guys really quickly. I'm just going to get 6 tarot. We got the 7 of Wands and the Page of Swords. You protected yourself so highly that you probably even block certain people on social media that you know are projecting towards you, collective. You know that they're projecting towards you, collective. The Magician and the Page of Swords. A lot of people try to project onto you on social media. That's what that confirmation is for some of you guys that could feel a lot of energy here. Like, people here in this energy want you not to trust yourself. They want you not to trust yourself so fucking bad. Or in particular, they're trying to drive you away from trusting somebody who is very trustful, trustworthy. And that could be that Emperor that's coming towards you guys. Or for some of you guys, you could be dealing with an Emperor right now. Chosen One, Hawaii to hi. Like, people are watching you and praying on your downfall. Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune reverse. Like, oh my God. And people, the same ones that's watch you, they know how much hard work that you've put into your life, your career, your job, your business. It's weird. It's like the same ones that are watching you praying on your downfall are the same ones that know intuitively how much you've been through. That's the saddest shit ever. That's the saddest shit ever. Because that means from the outskirts, you know how much hard work the collective has put into their goddamn life. And yet you didn't expect them to do that shit. That's so fucked up. The same ones that knew, like that directly knew I'm getting that energy of like, and I feel that anger coming from you guys. These motherfuckers knew exactly what you've been through, the challenges, your career, what was set up, your entire lifespan. For some of you guys, this was a best friend in particular, or somebody that was really close to you. They knew exactly what you had been through, and they still decided to trigger you in that same way, or still decide to have that perception of you, that downfall perception of you. And that's where that energy is coming from, of like, y'all really just can't fuck with this shit. Y'all can't fuck with this person like that. Y'all not fucking with somebody because of that. It's like, no, like, you knew the whole fucking time. Look, 5 of fucking wands with the Page of Swords. You knew the whole time the shit that the collective been through. And you now know the whole time with the 5 of fucking wands reversed and the Page of Swords that the collective does not want to be involved in any of your drama. Or I could be picking up the energy of somebody who's angry that I blocked them. So whatever the case may be, there are a lot of you guys in the chat. But I am picking up a very frustrated, angry feeling right now with somebody who knew. They knew exactly what you have been through. They're upset I'm calling them out. That's what it is. And you guys are upset that it happened to you. They're upset I'm calling it out if they are on the live. And you guys are upset that it even happened to you. It's two frustrations in two different ways that's going on here when it comes down to the collective. And it's like, I just keep getting that energy of you knew. Like, you knew. Like, you knew. Like, I don't know, but somebody fucking knew. They knew what you had been through. They knew like, when you got that type of abundance, that love in your life, that security, and they didn't have that type of like congratulatory support. Like, somebody, I don't know, it's so weird. That's who's in the chat. That's the energy that's residing, but I don't want to keep. Somebody just knew some shit, collective. That's all I can say. I got that feeling. It's so strong. Such a strong ass feeling that somebody knew exactly what you've been through, and they still decided to treat you the same way that you have been treated. And then to try to act like they just been the best person ever surrounding you. Like, fuck no, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get 6 cards for tarot before we close out for the collective reading. I know I've been kind of channeling for a while for you guys, but I just enjoy sitting here channeling. Hopefully I've given a lot of you guys confirmation for the day. That's really what my job is to do, other than to give readings for the ones that actually want to dive deeper and investigate in what's going on. Okay, Spirit. All right. Now let's see what's going on, because, you know, let's see what's really going on. Other than somebody knowing something, because somebody knew some shit. Like, I don't know, I feel like for you guys, it's like, how could you know everything I've been through and still react that way, or still treat me like that? Like, that's the energy I'm getting. That's what I'm saying, is both types of frustration that's going on, because the other person is frustrated that you cutting their ass off and you want nothing to do with their bullshit no more. And you're frustrated at the fact that they will be even on that type of timing and not really in that supportive state, whether this is family, a best friend, a relationship, whatever the fuck the case may be. It's like somebody knew exactly what you had been through, but then to still try to put some sort of judgment on what you're deserving of. What the fuck? That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Now I can get into my message. That's what it is. You ascending what you're deserving of. That's why they're pissed off. But it's like, how the fuck? That goes back to the same goddamn channel message that I just made 4 days ago when I was talking about somebody was in that piss poor low ass energy. That piss poor low ass energy of trying to have you match their morals or their validations or their expectations, and because you didn't take some amount of time to heal something, or because you didn't do something at their time frame that you didn't heal, or that you're not deserving it, like, that's that energy right there, and that's that irritating ass energy. That's exactly who the fuck that is. That goes back to that message that I gave 4 days ago, because I just gave that message and it's coming out in this energy, and I wasn't reading that, which tells me that that energy is very present either in the chat or you guys have been dealing with that as well. But needless to say, I'm getting into my tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that insight in regards to what somebody could be feeling, or how the fuck the other person feels in regards to being cut off about some shit that they actually know that they wrong for doing. But okay. Now what's going on with the collective? Yo, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Y'all love life. Like, y'all have walked the fuck away. This is literally what, look, yo. High Priestess, 8 of Cups, the Fool, the 2 of Cups. Like, you knew to walk away from a particular situation. You knew to walk away from something and to find something better, or you knew to just trust yourself to get out of something. You knew not to trust somebody, and it's bringing me back to that fucking energy of y'all knowing not to trust somebody. Can y'all send some let them cook emojis in this bitch? Watch, Spirit God, I'm thanking you for the confirmation. They are upset. Somebody's upset. It is what it is. I'm not holding on to the energy. You know what I mean? I just was trying to get down to the energy of like who knew and what they knew and why the fuck they felt that way. But if exactly that's what it is, and that brings me back to my channel message that I made 4 days ago, with somebody being in that piss poor ass energy because they know exactly how they felt about you, collective, and they knew exactly what you have been through. So for them trying to put on this goddamn mask and you had no physical evidence or no physical type of like, you know, validation of what actually went down, but you had that gut ass feeling to get the fuck away from somebody, like I said, you knew. Just as much as they knew, you knew. You knew to get the fuck from this person. You listened to your intuition and you went into something that was either you're about to get into something that's a little bit more balanced for you as far as a friendship, a connection, or whatever the case may be, an opportunity that makes you feel more connected within self. That's exactly what's about to happen, or you guys have entered into a connection. You are in a valid friendship and a valid environment that balances you out, and you walked away from a lot of things that did not balance you out, and that's exactly what we're talking about in the collective. The fact that you guys had that balance. And you listen to yourself, you trust yourself enough to be able to make them choices. So spirit guides, archangels, ancestors, thank you for the let them cook. This woman is gifted. Oh, well, beautiful lady in the spirit. Thank you so much. I appreciate love the support, you know, I really do. I'm really here just to kind of get some messages for you guys. I'm going to pull 6 tarot cards, spirit. The 6 tarot cards that come out, allow them to resonate with the collective in regards to what's coming towards them, okay, what they have healed. What is coming towards the collective at this time and what they have healed? What is coming towards the collective at this time, spirit guides, archangels, and... Wow. What is coming towards the collective at this time? Clarify the high priestess. What is coming towards the collective at this time? Wow. Some of y'all don't trust the truth. Okay, I'm gonna just put that right out on bat. Y'all have some sort of clarity or truth because it's that's like a bucket. Well, goddamn. Some of you guys need to speak the fuck up, okay, for yourself. Okay, some of you guys are not speaking up for yourself. Number one, you're not speaking up for yourself in regards to something that you either don't like or something that you want more. Okay, and you're deserving of wanting more out of whatever the fuck you want more out of. You are the Empress, you are deserving of that, and you are that person. You know what I mean? That is what you are deserving of. Whatever you're asking for as far as more, you are deserving of that. But some of you guys need to speak up for yourself. There's a lot of you guys that may have a hard time really cultivating certain words or speaking in a specific manner to certain people or individuals because, confirmation, how long they have been in your life. Confirmation. So, with that being said, with me having a little throat chakra blockage, some of you guys are having a hard time really saying what it is that you need to say. It's like you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings is what I'm really getting from this energy. And you're not trusting yourself to really speak on the truth or really say the truth or provide what is necessary, that necessary clarity of like, you know what, then I'm not going to deal with this if you keep doing that. It's almost like you're giving somebody another chance to do something. And then when they do it, it's like, okay, now I can finally digress my boundaries. But spirit needs you to put that boundary in effect before that shit even happens, because your mindset needs to be stuck on the fact that you're not going back to that. You're being so clear about what it is that you're not going back to, what it is that you're not going to be dealing with, that you already have that set in stone. So whatever this is that you're afraid to speak up upon or to speak towards somebody, this could be within a job as well. Some of you guys are being slaved at jobs right now. I'm literally seeing y'all tired as fuck. You're literally, the alarm is going off and you looking at the phone like, why am I going to this job that once again is speaking up for what it is that you want? And that brings me back to the beginning of this message when I was talking to you guys about the healing work that you have been doing, right? You haven't been in that energy of fast pace. You've been slowing down. Okay, and with that being said, you're trying to be more authentic with yourself. So with this Ace of Swords being out here, this is really just about you being truthful, you being honest. The Eight of Pentacles, like I said, some of you guys are working, you're going to a job or you're working, like you're seeing the alarm. I'm literally seeing an image of somebody's alarm going off and them literally like calling into work. And like, you know, you don't want to work this job, or you know you could be potentially being bullied at this job or talked about at this job, and it's not spoken up about, and you just let it keep happening. That's where some of you guys need to bring in that speaking up energy. But for what's coming towards some of you guys is going to be that intuitive clarity that you feel like that has been blocking you. Somebody has been lying to you. Something that's coming towards you guys at this time is complete clarity because of the healing work that you have done. So you're about to get the truth out of a lot of people, okay? Because of, once again, the work that you're putting into when it comes down to your journey and when it comes to self. They made so many group chats. Oh my God, I'm sorry, babe. Shin AI, that is terrible. It's okay, because when I first started my journey on TikTok, I got bullied by somebody who had over 200,000 followers on TikTok, and it was terrible. So I definitely understand, but worldwide TikTok is, you know, I understand bullying in general. That shit is just, it's terrible, but I wouldn't even take it personal, if I'm being honest with you. I would be channeling energy towards the group chat, whatever group chats that they have made, and releasing my energy, releasing whatever conversation is being held in that group chat, just from the sense of like protection, because you never know what they're talking about in that group chat or what they're trying to manifest. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. What's coming towards the collective? Once again, this is a truth or clarity about somebody that is either lying or something that you feel like has been blocking your intuition. What's coming towards the collective? What's the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords? Most honest and direct messages. Some of you guys have an energy of somebody who was blocked by an action, or they did literally get blocked by you. They're trying to come back and either communicate to you, that's coming towards you, but I still don't feel like that is what you're going to be doing. The Ace of Wands is reversed. You're not dealing with somebody who's in this energy. You are actually ascending. But what's also coming towards you is that the fact that somebody's trying to stop you from making that action towards ascending. And that action could be either blocking them, that action could be distancing yourself from them, that action could be cutting them completely off, that action could be anything. It's whatever your action is that somebody doesn't want you to take. Knight of Pentacles. All right, what's the challenge for my collective at this time? Six of Wands reversed. The challenge is a lot of people don't want you to be successful. That's what the challenge is. The challenge is other people. The challenge is not even you right now, collective. The challenge is outside fucking forces. It's outside people who knew, once again, gotta reiterate that shit, who knew what the fuck you've been through and still don't think that you deserve fulfillment. They still don't think you deserve love. They still don't think you deserve truth. That is the issue. That is the challenge, is that everybody else has some sort of validation or perception of what they expect you to have. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. I gotta look at this challenge one more time. That's so fucked up. Judgment is being called, though. That's so fucked up. All right, Spirit, what's the challenge for my collective at this time? Liking, tapping, sharing, and gifting. What's the challenge for my collective at this time, Spirit? The challenge could be the past, okay? The challenge is literally you guys kind of looking back. Sometimes you look back at the past to see about the what ifs or what could have been done wrong, okay? For some of you guys, that's the challenge. For other you guys, what's the challenge is you being in this energy of being literally the most truthful, honest, word-spoken person, the most direct individual, but you still got this energy from the past that's lingering. And that is in regards to some of you guys that need cords to be cut. It's like you are in two different energies. You still got the past kind of residing with you while you're still trying to push forward in this authentic, truthful, direct, you know, person. In the past, maybe you weren't so direct, you know, and that also brings you back to that speaking up, speaking your truth, or speaking on what it is that you don't like and what it is that you do like, okay? What's the challenge for the collective? The challenge could be people from the past. For some of you guys, the Six of Wands and the Six of Cups, a lot to do with number 6. It's giving me June energy for some reason, but that Six of Cups, the challenge could be people from the past not seeing you for who you are now, or people from the past seeing you for who you are now and still trying to project into your reality or block your intuition, block this action. What's the challenge for the collective at this time? Look, Six of Cups is still at the bottom. What's the challenge for the collective at this time when it comes to their life, their love life? What is the challenge for the collective at this time? Eight of Pentacles reverse. Some of you guys, it could be distractions, the challenge. Eight of Pentacles reverse. procrastination. Some of you guys are just not taking action. But what did I say about that ascension? Like, you're about to prepare for union and somebody doesn't want you to take action. So if you haven't been taking specific actions on your spirituality, cord cutting, and really getting into that work that you need to within yourself recently, that's exactly what's going on in the moon. So somebody's trying to distract you guys with entertainment and food. Entertainment and food. TV and food. Drinks as well. There's a lot of distractions going on with that too when it comes down to the summertime, which is bringing me back to June. Interesting. So some of you guys are being challenged in many ways right now that y'all don't even see you being challenged. You're taking it as everyday life or normal day life things. Be careful with that. Interesting. But these are projections or manifestations that somebody else wants to put upon you, so that way you don't take actions towards your ascension to prepare for union with your soulmate. Wow. Well, let's see what other challenges that the collective is having, because what? I wouldn't have expected that. Wow. Thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for the ones that have sent in for readings. If you have sent in, please let me know. Only have Nia in line right now. I'm looking at the challenge right now, and then advice, and then we're gonna close out on the collective. So Nia, you are first in line, the only one in line. Thank you so much for sending in, my sweet love. Can't wait to get into your reading, honey bun. All right, Spirit, what's the challenge? Be direct with what the challenge is, as far as other than entertainment, food, normal day life things, activities, drinking. And entertainment could be anything for some of you guys, but challenge. Knight of Swords reverse. The challenge is also for some of you guys, the challenge for the outside forces is that you're very unpredictable. They can never figure you out. So your life is like, it's guided by the universe. Literally, you're so unpredictable, collective, and spirit is unpredictable. That's what I was gonna say. Is spirit, you're very unpredictable. Like, they don't know what your next move is gonna be. Challenge for the collective. Can I get one card for the challenge for the collective? Liking, tapping, sharing, gifting. Challenge. What's the challenge for the collective at this time, Spirit? It's not a bad challenge. You're used to carrying everybody's burdens. Ten of Swords. You're used to being the one that's hurt. Three of Swords reverse here. You're used to being the one that's left out. There's a lot of different challenges that's going on here for y'all. Some of y'all's challenge is healing alone. You've always been the one to do it alone. Some of y'all's challenge is the fact that you did hold everybody else's burdens. Like, you've held everybody else's problems for so long that it's becoming normal. Okay, so now when you go into certain friendships, certain careers, certain jobs, certain relationships, you may hold that burden still. You may try to hold that space, and it's not meant for you to hold that space because it's not yours to hold. Ten of Wands, you've already carried everybody else's burden. You already held that space when you were in those cycles with the individuals who didn't want to heal. Now it's not time for you to hold that energy, but this could be a challenge for you because of how you've operated. You love supporting people. You love loving people and connecting with people. And sometimes the way that you connect and that you love and support people is by holding their burden sometimes. And that is what the challenge is for some of you guys, is not holding other people's burdens. You know what I mean? What they go through is not, an issue for you. It shouldn't be that way. And I feel like for some of you guys, some friends or family members or even relationships, they may even expect you to hold a certain type of space or calibration for them, but that's not meant. You've already held what you needed to hold when you've been through what you've been through. When you've been stabbed in the back, you held those energy. You held that space of holding, other people's pain, other people's trauma. And this is what the challenge is for some of you guys now. You could be still holding other people's trauma. It's bringing me back to that Six of Cups and that Queen of Swords. You're holding on to other people's trauma while still trying to move forward and be as direct, very logical, very sure about what it is that you want. But as you're very sure, you know what I mean? You're still kind of in the energy of holding that space for individuals that you didn't really need to hold that space for, but you got used to holding that space for. You got used to doing things alone. Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords here. You never really had that help. Five of Pentacles out here. Five of Wands. The challenge is you've always had people coming after what you never had. Anyways, it's almost like people always came after you. The challenge was competition even when you didn't have nothing. That's so fucking odd. How the fuck do people come after you and you don't even have anything? And that is a challenge. It's like, that when you get to this top and you really ascend, they motherfuckers really gonna come after you, because they come after you even when you have nothing, but they come after you because of your light. They come after you because of your love. They come after you because of the space that you hold that they cannot hold for other people. They come after you because of your spiritual journey and what you're called to do. That's why they come after you. The way that you guys look at it is damn, I'm still getting attacked even when I have nothing. Damn, I'm still getting attacked even when I'm alone. Damn, I'm still getting attacked even when I'm struggling. That's what it feels like. And that's what the challenge is. It's your perception of what it is that the attacks are coming from for some of you guys. But it's still a challenge. So for some of you guys, you can't calibrate to the higher self of yourself, or to that universal abundance that's supposed to be tapped in and coming towards you, although you are ascending. But it's because of how many times you have been attacked when you had nothing, how many times you have been attacked when you weren't ascending. So it's like some of you guys, that's a challenge still. It's a fear-based challenge. It's out of fear. You're afraid of when you get to the top, when you actually ascend, when you get in that connection, when you get with your soulmate, that the attacks are going to be worse. When in reality, you've already done the work and you've already healed your heart, to the point to where you're not holding the space anymore. The Three of Swords is reversed. That's healing. The Ten of Swords is prominent and it is there, but that's giving me the energy of the challenge for some of you guys is feeling like you're going to always have to do things alone. Okay, so you could be going back and forth on what it is that you've actually manifested, but it's also about trusting the universe. Okay, that connection with the universe. Some of you guys could have a challenge with the connection with the universe, or a challenge with connecting to your higher self. Okay, so you guys have a lot of many different challenges going on in the chat here. Many different challenges for everybody. You guys going through many different things right now when it comes to your personal life. Like, this is different. Five of Wands is competition when somebody didn't have nothing. This is somebody healing on their own. This is somebody holding challenges, obstacles, other people's pain, other people's energy. This is some of you guys juggling with the universe. There's a lot of different challenges that you guys are going through at this time, but a lot of you guys are not seeing it from the clear view's eyes, what I just heard. And that's why when I asked what was coming towards you guys, is that clarity. So that way that you can make the next steps for you to ascend. So you can prepare for union, preparing for a union, so you can prepare for a union, right? So that's what's coming towards you guys. That is the challenge that you guys could be having. Like I said, is many different challenges going on across the board. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Let me go ahead and get you guys some advice for the day before I close out. And then Nia, some of you guys' challenge could be a karmic twin flame or a false twin flame. Somebody who's lying about being your twin flame. That could be a challenge for some of you guys. Or just the twin flame journey itself could be a challenge. You're still holding on to what a twin flame is, what it could be for you. Advice for the collective, please, and thank you, Spirit Guides, Archangels. Three of Cups reverse. I don't like that. Okay. I'm booking. Okay, honey bun. Whoever wants to book. Let me get you guys some advice right now. Page of Wands and the Four of Cups here. Interesting. Don't be afraid to take the next steps even after you haven't got what you felt like you are desiring. Some of you guys are giving up because you haven't got what it is that you wanted in particular, but not even knowing Spirit got somebody coming in. I'm telling you right now, it's a desire, it's a projection that's going on across the nation. And how I know it's a projection going on across the nation is because, booyah. So, there's a clear, big-ass projection that is going on across the entire goddamn collective spread. And that's where those challenges are kind of being brought into right now when it comes to certain things that you guys are trying to release and heal from, and actually still push towards your journey and what it is that you're trying to prepare for when it comes to the union. So it could be very conflicting for you guys at this time, which I definitely understand, but the truth is being revealed to you, or the truth is coming. That clarity is coming. That perspective, that new perspective shift is coming. Marquis Godson, are you speaking in regards to me, or are you saying in regards to what's going on in the nation and community? Are you saying I'm doing witchcraft for using cards? Or are you saying that there are people across the nation, community, spiritualists, that could be potentially interesting? The advice is coming out. That could be doing witchcraft. The community. No, I don't know what you're saying. Will you still give me a discount, babe? Yes, Amanda, I got you. I'll do $130 for your candles. That's $25 off, which means you're only paying $20 for a candle because they're $55. Only the Bible. Yeah, you're just gonna get muted, son. You're muted. Yeah. When he said you know what I'm talking about, I already knew, guys. I appreciate love you guys for the support in here. All right, let's get y'all some advice before I go ahead and I already knew when he said, you know what I'm trying to say. The only reason why I digressed it in that manner is because I would like to tell him, you know, if you're going to keep commenting that, you know, you will get muted or blocked. You do have free will, okay? But do not come into this chat on that type of timing, because what I'm doing is not witchcraft. Just because your perception is not keen, or you're not healed, or your consciousness is not broken, it's still being programmed just as much as when you came into this world, that it can be programmed differently. Our minds are wired very oddly. So with that being said, you know, I wasn't going to block him. I just muted him because if he wants to sit and watch, he's clearly very interested. He's in the chat. You know what I mean? And you're commenting to be seen. The energies that he's coming from is the energy of trying to be seen, which means you don't get attention, right? Because you are in a chat that you know could be deemed as witchcraft in your mind. Your conscious is telling you, okay, let me try to get some attention. Like, I know what she could potentially be saying is very much true. I am going through this, but because my program mind, my conscious doesn't believe, because I have that shadow side that wants to come through on that energy and I want that attention, I'm gonna go ahead and comment that. So I knew the place where he was coming from, and that's why I wasn't going to block him, because you're very interested in what I'm doing. But because you were programmed to believe that the Bible only said this, and because I'm a prophet that's speaking on what's going on in your real life, you can't calibrate and understand that. So of course the first thing that you say is witchcraft, because you don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not going to block you. You don't know no better. But I will mute you because the energy won't be brought into my chat. And if you do project, my guy, it's just going to bounce back and go back towards you. So I will be very mindful of the energy that you may bring into a very much a goddess's alignment of work. I don't bullshit, and I can pick up the energy. But because I know the place that you were coming from, I wasn't going to block you. I know it was your shadow side coming through. I love your spirit. Thank you. I know it's a shadow side coming through. I can't do much about it. I know the place it came from. You want that attention. I absolutely love your energy and perspective. You're so wise and kind. Thank you. Amen. Just got to give them grace. They don't know no better. Just got to give them grace. They don't know no better. Let's get y'all's advice. They don't know no better. You know what I mean? They're coming from a shadow aspect. They're not healed. I'm a healed individual. So the only reason why I can understand why you would put that down below is because you were programmed to believe that I am of a bad person, when it's your shadow side that isn't really programmed to believe who I am. And that's okay too. Advice for the collective. Ashe, Divine High Empress. It's a really pretty name. Welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and get advice for the collective really quickly. Advice for my beautiful soul, my beautiful collective in here. I love you guys so much, and I really enjoy the fact that you guys tuned in with me today. I love that I was able to connect with each and every one of you guys today, even if I didn't know where everybody is from. I really feel the energy. I really feel connected to you guys. I feel secure. I feel comfortable with all 50 of you guys in the chat. The death card is out here for the advice. Absolutely love that. A lot of major arcana out here on the board, and the 4 of swords here. No more over explaining yourself. If I'm being honest with you, the advice is not to over explain. The 4 of swords reversed with the 6 of wands, especially the people who don't have any type of goals in their life, or people who want to make you feel like you're supposed to be at a certain point, or you're supposed to stay the same way. There's no over explaining. The advice is to stop over explaining yourself, because the more that you are tuning into over explaining, you're giving too much leeway to certain individuals without even knowing. For some of you guys that are over explaining, you're over explaining in a sense that's coming from guilt, or it's coming from a place of like, it's coming from I'm going to say an insecurity. I'm not going to call you guys insecure. You know, I'm very loving. I don't feel like you guys are insecure, but it comes from an insecurity of not being heard. So you may over explain, you may over talk, you may overdo something a lot of the time, or allow someone to overdo something. So to stop that pattern completely, Spirit just says stop over explaining. To stop the pattern from somebody else, you know, using that against you, and to stop you from over explaining and to giving out that energy, or feeling that insecurity, or feeling like you have to overspeak because you were never heard, or you got to oversay something. For some of you guys, it's coming from a place of people not trusting you. You think you have to over explain because they don't trust you. No, they don't trust them fucking selves. And you over explain it is just giving them more energy or leeway to try to integrate and siphon off of that light, that authenticity of you. So for some of you guys, they're trying to shut me up so bad. They want to show me up so bad, collective. Like, first it was the throat chakra, now it's my crown chakra. Now I'm forgetting what the fuck I'm talking about. The advice is not to over explain. That's all it is. It comes from a place of insecurity, when it comes down to either not being heard, but it also comes from a place of lack of trust. And it's because they don't trust their fucking self that they would want you to over explain or overindulge or to do something overbearing. That's what it's giving with this 10 of Wands here. This is what the challenge was for you guys. Things have been overbearing your entire fucking life. All you've known was to overbear something, was to overdo something, was to keep going. That's the main energy of this message. That's that fast-paced ass energy. That's what you've been used to. So when you get to that stillness, that quiet moment, that silence in your mind, a slow, still day that doesn't sit right with you. Interesting. That's why the advice is to stop that. Because if you can stop over-explaining, that'll release the barriers of everything else that you've caused or could have caught into a habit. Interesting. Over-explaining really goes really deep. I didn't know it could stop that much. All right, what's the death card, Spirit, for advice really quickly before I close out? Can I get one more? That's actually really interesting. That's pretty interesting that you can just stop over explaining. It comes from a place of overbearing, where you overdo something. So if you just stop that little intricate of, I love that advice. It can help you release so much more shit. Oh, good advice, Spirit. All right, anything else for the advice for the collective? Can I get one more? Really good advice. Great advice. All right. Over explaining, like, that's just what it is, because you have been stuck in this place. The challenge was overbearing energy, that 10 of Wands. So I can see why Spirit's like, no over explaining. Just be done with over explaining, because it comes from a place of insecurity and feeling like you have to hold a space to like do too much for somebody to trust you. But it comes from a lack of trust within themselves, so you would never have to do that. But because you feel called, it's like that support. You want to be that support for everybody else so much that you would literally disregard yourself. Ooh, this is a good ass reading. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. What's death? Knight of Wands. So on y'all, the advice is to stop sneaky linking. Okay. All right, slow down on it. It's not to completely stop. Be mindful of who you sneaky linking with, the energy that you could be connecting to when it comes down to that. Okay, if you guys are sneaky linking, I can't tell you what to stop doing and what to keep doing, but the advice is to slow down and to make sure, be mindful of the energy that you are tapping into or that you are connecting to. Your sacral energy is very pure, very, very pure. And that can be siphoned. The quickest way for your energy to be siphoned is through sex. So be mindful. The advice is to be mindful of who you're laying with, other than over explaining yourself. Okay. The advice also could be to tune into your inner child. Some of you guys need to watch some Disney movies or like some Disney shows, some Looney Tunes. Go back into your inner child, what you used to watch. Feed your inner child that energy that you used to get. You know what I mean? But once again, it brings you back to the energy of being distracted. Okay, so don't get too overwhelmed and caught up, whether it's with the TV. Okay, you can do coloring. You can go play at the goddamn park. You can go whatever a child will do or whatever you did as a child. Some of you guys need to. The advice would be to tune into your inner child a little bit more. So, especially that sacral energy. It's very heavy. So at the bottom, the World card. Ooh, absolutely love that with the 3 of Swords reversed. Y'all have healed. Congratulations. I love y'all. Y'all have healed. Y'all have. The World card is here. The advice for some of you guys is to completely block everybody out of your life, especially that doesn't have good intentions. Everybody out of your life who you had to hold a space for that never held that same reciprocation for you. That's what I mean. Not just to just completely say fuck everybody. The ones that actually have to go, they gotta go. That would be the advice. But all right, I love you guys so much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this collective reading. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read y'all's energy. If you guys are new in the chat, let me know where you are from. Go ahead and drop that down below before we go ahead and get out of here for the day. I do got Nia in line for a full reading. If you guys have booked, I believe that there's 2 spots open. So if any other 2 people would like to book, you guys can. Really great live reading. I can't wait to post this on YouTube. Houston, you're real close. San Antonio, oh shit, y'all are close. UK, England, oh shit, from Philly, yo. Philly is nice. It depends on what part of Philly you go to, though. Only reason why I've been to Philly is because it's right next to New York. Thank you for your read. Thank you, Ohio. Ooh, y'all out in the skirts, Chicago, Nashville. Love you too from Jacksonville. It's all love. I have to visit the UK. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Beautiful. City living life in San Francisco. Oh, hell yeah. I'll be in San Francisco soon. Hell yeah. For the ones that want to go on my retreat, there will be 4 spots open for the winter retreat. The spiritual winter retreat. I know a couple of you guys already know that will be kind of put towards my website towards maybe Friday or Saturday this week. I'm still kind of working on the booking information and things like that, but there will only be 4 spots. I told y'all it's a meet and greet for 4 people to meet me. It will be a spiritual winter